came out pretty good. Inside right here, it's nice. There wasn't so much carbon right here because this is an intake valve. So not much carbon builds up here. Just a little, especially towards here. And you can see it, usually there's more inside of here. If you really want to make this really clean, you could probably get just a little Scotch Brite brush and try to like scrub it off. But like this is looking really good. I'm not too concerned about that middle part. I'm more concerned about here. Every time you do this cleaning of the valve, you don't want to go past right here. You don't want to put a wire brush through this part of the valve, because this is where the stem of this valve, this is really crucial. This is where like the valve goes up and down, and you want it to be really tight and seated while in the cylinder head, so you don't want any movement, side movement, or like back and forth movement. So like, and then also you don't want any like air leakage or oil leakage. Well, actually not, yeah, oil leakage or air leakage. So this, you want to, every time you a wire brush can be pretty abrasive. It's a pretty abrasive material to be cleaning metal with, but like right here it doesn't really it's okay to use it, but right here you don't want to put this wire brush, you don't want to be cleaning this with the wire brush. It's only this part down and in here. Also as well, not as much right here, but right here I'm gonna be seating this, but like you try to avoid the wire brush into this little shiny part that you see right here. And also like it looks pretty straight, but I'm gonna be doing a test where like I cramped it down and I'll be rotating it, and then I have my dial gauge indicator that's gonna be perpendicular to this. So once this is spinning, and then I'm gonna have my little dial gauge indicator pointing to this, and once the valve is spinning, if my indicator, like if I see any movement to the needle or like out of spec, like this valve is gonna have to be replaced because it's not straight. But if it's straight, and then this valve can be reused. It's just another process of doing a valve job. I know like when it came to this bike, my compression was really good, and like when it comes to this engine, my engine, this extra step of removing the valves to my cylinders, I feel like it wasn't really needed. But like I have the whole engine apart, might as well, it's always good to just have a feeling for the kind of bike you have. And also like it'll tell you like okay, so this part is working like this, or this part is doing its job because you worked on it. And when it comes to jobs that I do on my own stuff, like I know I don't know everything, but also like it's also good to like, I love like checking every part to my bike, because I know, okay, I did this, I write it down what year, and every job that I do to my bike, like I want to know every inch of my bike, whether it comes to an engine, frame, brakes, all that. Like I want to know specifically what I'm riding, especially when it comes to these older bikes. And you know what, I love doing this. I like taking stuff apart and just getting to know parts and inspecting them, cleaning them, replacing them, and just getting, like, I love this type of shit. A little background about me, like I did not go to school for this stuff. My first motorcycle, my first motorcycle wasn't even running. Like, I did a whole engine rebuild on my first bike. So this is how I learned, like, just taking stuff apart, trial and error, fucking up stuff, and then just fixing that fucked up stuff that I did, and making the bike work again. And like, it's so crazy. My first bike, like, I bought it off of this guy over in Pilsen who, like, he was trying to fix it, and he had like the shop manual, and he was trying to do it himself. And I feel like, I guess he gave up, and he was moving out of state, so he was like, you know what, bike for sale, get it for $300. Yeah, here you go. Take my mess. But that mess of a bike was the most amazing thing that ever happened to me in my life. That's also like a whole other like video. But and I've done videos about my first bike, so check my YouTube channel for that. And I like, every time when it comes to stuff like this, like, I like to reference my first bike because it just taught me so much. And I'll always be grateful for my first bike. I wish I still had my first bike. And but it is what it is, and just working on this new bike. Thanks for watching.